Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top, to the top, to the top, baby. And we're going to bring others with us. So let's get it started. Let's get it cracking. Let's talk about Porsha Williams and Dennis McKinley. The Bravo Porsha pregnancy special is like, Porsha and, Dennis got dog shit on the carpet while he's trying to cook. He's cooking bacon. He's cooking a whole night. He don't know what to do. He's just making dinners. And we see that Miss Gina, Dennis McKinley's mother, she's like on one. Basically, she's like telling Porsha, like, you need to hurry up and do this. You need to get married ASAP. Shotgun wedding or not, just go have a private ceremony, because it seems like she really doesn't want Porsha and Dennis McKinley to have the baby out of wedlock. Or basically, maybe she's trying to give Porsha the heads up that, hey, you better get him while he's hot now, because he lose interest quick. You see all the tattoos on his body, so you better not, don't wait too long, because the shit might fizzle out. I don't know what mommy's talking about. Mommy's also talking about, like, hurry up and do it. You don't want to be a single mother. Like, basically saying that if she don't hurry up and get this marriage done, she might be a single mother. If she only knew that Porsha is okay with being a single mother, but I don't think she wants to be a single mother right now. You know what I'm saying? Because she wants to marry Dennis, and it's supposed to be getting married in January or whatever. But, she had a baby nut before, so it ain't nothing to it. She wants to stay in that house, because that house is her pride and joy. That house, makes her feel like she overcame so much when it came to her divorce with who and basically not having nothing, living in her mom's house, basically trying to hustle, get gigs, get jobs and everything like that. And she ended up getting that big ass house out there in the Lou. And she always wanted to raise her kids up in the Lou. That's what she said. She said this house is her forever home, but right now it can't be because it's too much distance. Dennis is like, yo, the traveling is crazy, baby. Like, we're gonna have to do something about this situation. So basically, they both don't want to sell. She don't want to sell her house. He don't want to sell his condo either. He's renting it out. I don't know if Porsha can rent that house and they can buy a house together, but basically Porsha got Dennis McKinley on a rental agreement, so he cannot have claim and stake to her property. That way she is legal protected if they do get married. That this house was owned by her before her and Dennis actually got married. So basically she's trying to protect her cheddar, because Cordell Stewart did her wrong, baby. He left her high and dry and went back to his old house when she thought he sold his house, because she sold hers, and she ain't trying to be a fool. And Dennis damn sure ain't no fool, especially now with his mama snooping around and being on TV and all up in the mix. Like, shit, that ain't going down, baby. And so we got Dennis cooking the bacon, cooking the food, healthy / not healthy food, dog shit on the carpet or whatever. They just wilding. They just doing too much. But they look like they're having a good time. And so basically they getting ready to get a nanny, and they interviewing nannies, and the mama's there. Porsha was like, we invited your mother because, she got a lot to say. I was like, damn, Porsha, Dennis was like, you taking shots at mommy? She's like, yeah, mommy got a lot to say. I was like, Mommy sure does. But sometimes us people still have family members or parents that are from the old school that want you to get married before you get pregnant. They don't want you to have baby out of wedlock. Even though it's 2019, it's just more safe and you have more claim to your child. If something tragic was to happen, who will get custody, who will watch the child, blase and a third, and who has claim to things. So it is what it is. And then basically protect yourself when you are married. So they gonna look at Porsha just sit there. She looks pretty. Mama came in there looking pretty or whatever. So they just hiring nannies. This is something they always do on reality TV shows. I don't know if Porsha is even gonna let another woman be in a house like that if it ain't her mother, and if it ain't, you know what I'm saying, if it ain't her mother-in-law. So this is the first young lady. She's pretty, she's young, she's athletic, she likes to do things, she knows, technology. It's a lot that she can do with the baby. She's a busybody, she's fast, she's quick, in a hurry, and basically she's easy to train. And Porsha's like, she's too young, she's too pretty, everything on her is jiggling. Go ahead, jiggling, baby. Go ahead, let it jiggle, baby. I'm like, too. Like, I'm secure, and Porsha's secure too as well. But we ain't putting no little young 20 thing up in the house. You know what I'm saying? It is. Dennis is like, yay, baby, I want her, like her right there. This is who we need. And she's fast, she's quick. She's like, how long you expect to have a nanny? Forever? Dennis wanted that. And so we get this guy. I don't know. He just looks weird. Looks are, sometimes you judge books by its cover. No, I would not want him with my kids. I'm just sorry. It just is what it is. So Porsha ain't feeling him either. I think Porsha thinks he's okay. Dennis is like, nah, he's good with this situation, or whatever. He just looks a little strange, but he's probably a nice, wonderful guy. And Blase ain't a third, but I'm good. I'm golden on I'm golden on this situation. So, but he has a lot of experience. He has, he has what it takes. On paper, he's 100. It is what it is. But then we get the grandma. She comes in, single Bible stories, folk tales and all the good stuff, and she knows the history, she knows the knowledge, she got the wisdom, she got the bosom for the cushion, and she got the arms and the shoulder to hold the baby up, wash dishes, do laundry, cook, talk on the phone at the same time, make coffee, iron your t-shirt too as well, and answer the door. This what she does. And she's been raising her grandkids or whatever, and she can sing too. Porsha was like, I want her. Porsha mother started crying and everything. I was like, hey, I want her too. Like, anything is possible. She could, sometimes you want to protect, your relationship and shit. Anything is possible, because you see Arnold Schwarzenegger, he slept with his maid and she was way older and he done had a child with her. You know what I'm saying? Anything's possible, but I don't think Dennis would look at her like his mama. And so Dennis is like, we got a bunch of grandmamas around. We need some young meat. We need some young energy at home. And, young thing got up and walked away and she was jiggling the baby. Porsha was like, And Dennis was like, yeah. So we got the baby's nursery done. Porsha wants this to be the hangout for the girls to come here. She wants to have drinks. She wants to party. She wants to do all that good stuff. The, nanny room and the baby's, nursery came out looking nice, came out looking good. I don't know if all that stuff is, good for the baby that's around the baby, especially with the wings on the crib. Around the crib. I would not have them wings around the crib. I wouldn't have that thing that's hanging over the crib either at all. Just me. I just want to know if all that stuff is good for the baby to be breathing in, and the light, the mood light, is it all natural, and does it have any, chemicals or harmful effects of anything, because the room looks nice, but it looks like I don't know if everything is recyclable, or is it actually good functioning for your baby to be breathing in or whatever, because there's a lot of chemicals that come off of products and things and items that you do buy in furnitures, shit that you hang up that probably might not be good for the baby. But Porsha did get a lot of gifts. She got mad gifts too as well. Too bad she didn't get a gift from Nene. Nene was like, hell no. Nene didn't even show up to she didn't even show up to the baby shower. So it is what it is. She got some nice gift from Shamari, nice gift from Candy, and whatever. She got tons of gifts. She got mad gifts. I was like, you go, girl. You doing your thing, letting it shine. Porsha was like, I want this to be the mommy club. PJ, PJ is not going to really be able to enjoy this bedroom until she gets about 2 or 3 years old. That means you're trying to stay in this house for longer, and Dennis is trying to move ASAP. So you can see where Porsha mind is at when she previously said, when she talked to Dennis, that they was going to stay a while. It wasn't going to be immediately. It wasn't going to be fast. It was going to take some time, because it is difficult to buy a home, but when you got the money and shit like that, and you have the finance, it's much more easier to buy a home, have a real estate agent, and then basically tell them what you want, and they only show you what you want too, and basically they only will bring you to properties that you actually can purchase too, most likely. So, but it seems like Porsha wants to stay, and Dennis want to go because he's not comfortable. He ain't got no space in the house. He's living out the basement. His clothes probably smell like the cellar. You know what I'm saying? They got 5 bedrooms, and one goes to one mama, the other one goes to the other mama. And Dennis should just have a room where he should have all his stuff at, where he can go in there and get dressed and get ready instead of going in the basement. But it is what it is. Porsha, if you wanted to make it work, you should have made him comfortable. You should have made sure there was rose petals. His bath was drawn to as well, and he had a room all set up. You should have hired some people to make sure one of them bedrooms was set up with all Dennis's clothes, a extended closet. Should have did the most. Make sure he didn't want to leave, and when he come home from that long drive, maybe put on a little lingerie or something, because Porsha does not want to move. She does not want to move at all. She is not feeling moving. She wants to stay in that house, and I totally understand, because that house stands for a milestone in her life, and the independence and the courage that she had to keep fighting, to keep moving, not be embarrassed because she received 0 from Cordell Stewart when they divorced. So we get it, we understand. And so we got Dennis's mother, she was like, Porsha was talking about, oh, I got a little bar, and the mom was like, you can't be, drinking. Porsha was like, shit, and that's it. That only depends on how much I choose to. If I choose to, breastfeed for a long time, because Mama was like, yo, you can't be breastfeeding and drinking liquor at the same time. Porsha was like, that's only I don't know how long I'm going to decide to do that. You know what I'm saying? Porsha's too much. And so Mama was like, yo, so you guys need to hurry up and get married ASAP, point blank, period. Go somewhere small, get married, then do your big old wedding. And then the mama was talking about what's up with the prenup. Like, and she was like, Porsha was like, right now, I'm just not ready to do the prenup because, I'm pregnant. It's too much stress for me. And Mama was like, girl, you better hurry up. You're putting the marriage on hold. You're putting the wedding on hold. You ain't working out with the prenup situation. You better hurry up and grab this, man. You better grab it because, shit, there's a lot of people out here, grabbing. Or does she know Porsha got some money, some real money? So hey, let's get it popping, let's get it cracking, get married immediately. Some people do get married and then then do a prenup afterwards. Some people have done that in the past. But right now, she really don't really want to think about it because it brings her pain, it brings her hurt because she thinks about the situation with Cordell Stewart. And she probably felt a lot of guilt that she didn't know as much as she know now, to basically make sure she has a prenup, make sure she realized that, he sold his house, make sure, all the property and what they have jointly, is on paper, and what they don't have jointly is on paper, and she knows, so she knows how much she's going to get. So from her first marriage, so now she's basically trying to take her time with this situation. Mama was like, you better stop rushing, because time don't wait for nobody, baby. You better move, girl. But Porsha basically wants to take her time because she thinks that Dennis is not going to go anywhere. I don't believe he is. And it seemed like Dennis is in love with Porsha, and he loves her, and he caters to her too as well. But at the same time, he's sneaky because he didn't sell his property, and then he slipped up and told her. So that's some shady shit too as well. And then, that means he's written his property. Then what if she does sell her property? And you know what I'm saying? Then, he still had his rental property, which would happen to Porsha in the past. So that is kind of like a shady situation. So Porsha is feeling a certain type of way. And she goes to tell Dennis, tell your mother to back off, cool off, tell her to calm down, tell her to step back. It's just too much. She's like, she's just talking about she got married immediately. And Porsha said that her and Dennis had an agreement that he wouldn't be going around telling his business to his mother, and she wouldn't be telling her business to her mother, and they was going to do it, they was going to talk among each other together and not get the parents involved. So it is what it is. Dennis is a mama boy. Porsha is a, she's a mama's girl, but she's been independent. She's been married before and been on her own. So it is what it is. So, Dennis talks to his mother. His mother was like, yo, I didn't mean to offend her or whatever. I was just talking, just trying to help. Dennis was like, I'm not even ready to either. That's a lot of things that I got to get together. So right now, it's too much of a rush for them to rush and get married because they have to do certain things, and plus the trust is not there because he didn't sell his house. Porsha's not really immediately trying to move, and then on top of that, she don't want to put him on a deed because he said he'll pay half of the mortgage so he can be put on a deed, and she was like, no, here's a rental agreement, so you can't have no claim to my property. I'm like, damn, like, so it's money is a big thing when it comes to relationships, and basically trying to be open and honest so you don't seem like you're greedy, don't seem like you're desperate, but you don't want to leave a marriage worse off than you came in, and you don't want to leave a marriage with nothing too as well, especially if you did right by the person. So it is what it is. So Porsha goes to see Shamia's baby's all pretty, looking all good. Porsha is out here showing the whole body, showing everything, girl. They was like, you got smiley faces all over your body. Porsha was like, I think I pissed on myself. Porsha was like, there's some things going on with me and Dennis. We're gonna go get some counsel, we're gonna go get some help because it's mama's and my business. Your mama's in my business. She's in my business. Can't you see? Well, Porsha was like, mama's in my business, so we're gonna get some counseling. We're gonna go get some help, baby. We need this immediately. So Porsha and Dennis are talking. Portia's also telling Dennis he needs to get rid of his car. He needs to, realize that he's a daddy and basically get a regular car, a minivan or something. He needs to get, a sedan. Perfectly not a sports car. And basically, Porsha is trying to do her best. They're trying to do their best. Dennis is trying to as well, but I think they're not open up to each other and being honest about, you know, their emotions and how they feel about the situation. But Porsha is pregnant. Now she's not pregnant anymore, so I believe Porsha and, you know, Dennis will be able to deal with the situation with the prenup, moving and everything a lot much better. And plus, I think Porsha may still have a nanny, but she's not as emotional as she was when she was pregnant, and not worrying about making sure, you know, she don't have to worry about making sure she carry her baby full to term or anything else, because the baby is here, signed, sealed, and delivered. Then they have the conversation, because Porsha is choosing the name of the baby. Dennis had nothing to do with his ex-girlfriend being the name of their first child together. Porsha picked out the name, and Dennis was like, I'm not comfortable with that shit because that's my ex. And she was like, I hope you don't got her tattoo. He was like, no, I don't got that name tattoo on me or whatever. But he was just like, I thought we were supposed to be making decisions together. He was like, you're doing everything on your own. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he feels like his little clap back is not selling his condo because Portia's taking control of the baby name, the baby shower, you know, a lot of things, you know, decorating the room, and basically she's still living comfortable in her house and he's in her house. So he feels like he's making more of a sacrifice than Porsha, and Porsha feels like she's making a sacrifice because she's actually got a man living in the house. She got him living in the house, even though he's paying rent, baby. She ain't got him living in there rent free. So we'll see. So sometimes our past affect us if we don't actually take care of it and actually communicate with our partner how we feel, or the dangers, or, you know, what triggers us to feel like, you know, you're on shaky ground in our relationship because you're doing things that my ex previously has done in the past, and it's sending red flags fast in a hurry. So, you know, that make me want to back up, because I ain't desperate to get married, but she been wanting to get married to Dennis the whole season 11 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we got that situation going down. So they go to the counseling, and basically there's no trust. Dennis doesn't feel welcome in her house because he doesn't have any space. His mama got a room, her mama got a room, the baby got a room, and he ain't got shit. And then his stuff is in the basement, and he doesn't feel like Portia's considering that his travel, and basically her having him sign a rental agreement, so he doesn't have any access to her home or her property if they do get married or if they do separate, because he wanted to, you know, he didn't want it to, and plus he's a man, he don't want to move in with a woman, he wants to move in a house together, but it's not, he wants to happen fast in a hurry. And I think he wants to do that because he wants to feel like he's a head honcho, he's in charge, and he didn't go move into her house like he's trying to live off of her too as well. And plus he wants to be safe and secure too. He just don't want to be kicked out on the street or have to go get a hotel room or go live with his mom or some shit like that. So he feels like if we move into a home together, like we're starting fresh and brand new, we're leaving all the baggage behind. But still, in the same time, behind his mind, he was just like, she had me sign a rental agreement, so she really ain't trying to share none of her property. So people start to think of different things, but we'll see how the situation goes. We'll see, you know, when January comes around, we're going to see, you know, Porsha say, I do. We're going to see Dennis McKinley say, I do. So we'll see what happens with this situation. But, you know, trust is very important. And that's what the doctor is saying. They really need to have trust and need to have an open line of communication, because Dennis should have said, hey, baby, listen, you know what? I just thought it was better for me to rent my house right now. To rent my condo, because if more money will come in, and then just in case anything happened, like I'm not prepared for anything to happen. I'm not planning for that, but it's a safety net, just like it's a safety net for you to have me here and me sign a rental agreement. So can we agree to agree? So we'll see what happens. You know, whatever house that they buy is going to be crazy. Peace. I'm out. Much love to all my peeps and my peoples. Please hit that like button. You guys tell me what you think about the situation. But you can see Porsha actually is very much more mature than we have seen her ever. Like, she's really ready for this. And, you know, Dennis seems like he's ready for this too as well. You can tell that they're in love with each other. They feel each other, but they're still young and they still have people in their ears, and they still have past relationships, you know, that they've probably been victimized or hurt by, that they got their guards up, because sometimes you feel like it's too good to be true, when you just got to enjoy the moment and just ride with the wave, but always protect that cheddar. Always protect yourself. Peace. I'm out.